MotionMetrix. I was HAX 6 batch, and we're making Carve, a digital ski coach. So I started skiing about 10 years ago. As most people do, I started off with lessons. I fell over a lot, but after 2 slightly painful weeks, I stopped my lessons for 3 reasons. And the first is, lessons are expensive. They can typically cost over $50 an hour. And the second is, lessons are intermittent. So you might have a lesson with your instructor in the morning, and then the rest of the time you're trying to remember what your instructor told you without getting any real feedback to improve your technique. And the third is, lessons are isolating. They take you away from your friends, and let's face it, they're not very cool. So this is a market of 120 million people who go skiing every year. It's obviously an affluent market, and it's quite concentrated as well. So 60 million of those 120 are within the top 5 countries. And currently we spend about 1.2 billion a year on ski instruction. Now, to solve this problem, we created Carve, a system of smart sensors that retrofit into current ski boots. The sensors measure the pressure underfoot and the motion of each ski boot to understand your technique. We use that data and we process it in the connected smartphone app, which you can then get feedback in real time as you ski through headphones, or in-depth analysis through the Carve app between runs. So on this trip, we haven't just been coming here for pitching, we've actually been testing with the US ski team. So we've been working with a guy called Mike Rogan, who is the US captain, so he's the ski team captain demo, the demo captain. And he basically is one of the best coaches in the country, and therefore probably one of the best in the world. And we've been testing out Carve with him to find out the benchmark of skiing. So we've got a little, this is a part of the coaching app. And what it's showing is where in the turn Mike is putting pressure. So you can see, as he's turning, we're seeing where the pressure is in the turn. And we can compare that to good skiing and bad skiing. We also collect where in his foot the pressure is going. So you can see how he's moving his weight through the turn. And it's essentially these parts that we use to understand different aspects of technique. So we ski with someone like Mike, we take good skiing, and we also compare lots of different types. So we ask him to make mistakes on purpose, so leaning back, making mistakes, and then we use that to condition machine learning algorithms to recognize mistakes. And we can recognize mistakes as defined by coaches with about 95% accuracy. Okay, so the wider vision of MotionMetrix is to create digital coaching experiences. So far, if you look at the sports wearable technology market, you see a lot of things that focus on tracking. Fitbit tracks how many steps you do, GPS watches track how far you do. Well, this is very boring. People get basically bored of these products quite quickly. We believe the future of this space is actually coaching, so devices that help us do things better. And we believe this will be realized in the next 5 to 10 years with a combination of advances in sensors, cheaper sensors, and machine learning techniques. And that's where we're positioning ourselves. So this is our team. I have a PhD in financial statistics. My co-founder Proof has done all the software so far. We also have electrical engineering and mechanical leads. We have help from advisors, including Alex Hoy, who's CEO of a ski company and also had a $100 million exit with Go PLC, a big company in the UK. So we launched Carve on Kickstarter on February the 10th. And over the course of 8 weeks, we raised $275,000. Now this is actually the highest of any sports wearable, not just skiing wearable, any sports wearable on the Kickstarter platform dedicated to tracking motion or so far. So from that we've generated...
Shout? Okay. Okay, so we've generated 1,500 orders from Kickstarter, which we're going to be shipping in November. So we're here today looking to raise our seed round. We already have 250,000 activities. I'm trying to find a lead investor for the round. And essentially that round will help us to deliver the first 2 batches of distributors to build our inventory, as well as build the team. Thank you very much for listening. We're going to be over there with a demo. Unfortunately, we can't get on-stage demos today, but we'll be showing how the sensors work and showing some sessions we've recorded with top coaches. Thank you very much.